Hello and welcome. Although we did actually do the fertiliser and the light. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not going to be able to do that with a worker. Ooh, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, we've got all the stuff on the field, haven't we? So we didn't do it. I was going to say, I've just checked on the thing and this is terrible, but it is. But we're going to do this. It's on auto. Yeah, I've got that right. So we're going to do what we can. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to go around those, though. I'm not going to let a worker do that. Let them loose. They are really going to totally, yeah, make a right pig's ear of it. Well, yeah, because they're just going to ignore that type of thing. So I thought I'd quickly start on this. I've had a look. I have had workers in at the top of the farm on that little special bit of a grass field where there was some bare earth. Yeah, there's been some grass laid and a path. So it looks very sort of thing. I've had some advice. Marty was talking about field 2 while I've got this line on. I should show you. It is actually right next door to the field that we already own that I'm talking about. Field 2 is that one there, or plot 16, and we've got that CP2 bit there. Right, let's go back to the field before I go into the production at the end. Yes, so that is bought. Although I have had that advice, right, oh yeah, no, we should easily last with this. We've got the grass behind that field. He is correct though. It's not that it's bad value. It's just that right at this minute, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I just think we've also got those two fields a little bit clear. I'd like to do a bit more arable. I don't want this to be just about grass, because grass always makes a lot of money. It's a given. You know, if you've got a BGA and you've got grass and be creating silage, you've got a license to print money. Yeah, I mean, it's hard graft, as we've seen with this. It's not like it doesn't just drop into your lap, but it is, yeah, you've got the ability to earn a lot of money, which is fantastic, because we're getting up to the point where I can blow that lot on cows straight away. I mean, luckily we've got the fantastic cow yard already, so it's not a major thing. But yeah, I'm thinking while I'm on this line, wrong one, Mr. Smith, you want to be that one, and I'm thinking 7 and 8, the ones that I was talking about. They are 38,000. We really wouldn't miss that amount of money. We've missed the boat this year, so no point in like worrying about it until next year, beginning at March, when we can start to plant again. But I will. Yeah, not quite got that right. Yeah, but I would like to buy those if I can afford it. Field 2 as well. But we've got a lot of grass with this. This is a monster of a field. Not that he is right, or that. See, this suits this model. We're doing the BGA down here, so it suits us that it's not an awful long way away from where we're needing to take the silage. Which that's what I always go on. Location, location, location. I've always said that. Never made any bones about it, because it's. I don't want to be charging from the top to the bottom with every load of grass that I did if we were going loose or whatever. I'd want to be going right next door, or yeah, I would, truthfully. So that's my plan. But we do need some at the top, like for hay. So we've got that little bit of a field, you know, the one that we made at the back of the farm. We ripped all those trees out. We're going to see if that amount of grass and the grass at the back of the sheep pasture. Now then, am I going to tangle with those? No, we're not. We're going to go to the side and then the other side. Yeah, those, that net above the sheep pasture, to see if that's enough grass between the two sets. If it is, then we're going to leave it. If it isn't, we will be going field 2 as per Marty's advice, because it was good advice, and they are super duper fantastic, super duper loamy soil. So it's, yeah, it is like a humongous great bonus, and you also get those buildings, so that also is another bonus. It really is. Not that we're short of buildings on this, but that's, yeah, it is true. We've got places we could really do with that type of thing on that. That is definitely true, because we've got, yeah, we could store our things that at the minute we haven't got. Yeah, could store a bit of equipment if we're doing grass over that way, but it does make a lot more sense if we're doing a lot more grass, but we shall see. So I'm going to take that one under advisement. Thank you very much, Marty, for your advice. And I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm just going to, you know, we're just going to look to see what we've got already. I suspect we're a little bit light but then we can always do what we did on this particular session, which is, yeah, right, switch that off a minute. And let's select the right thing. Yeah, I was trying to get rid of the 2,000 litres, the 2 tonnes out the back, because we all know fertiliser goes a long way, but yeah, this field manages to do sort of quite well. So because I can't eject it out of that front box, which is something I didn't realise. It would not let me do it. I did try, so we need to use it up, should we say. I suppose if push comes to shove and I've got a few litres, we could always use the reset trick. Yeah, I mean, because obviously in real life, yeah, I'm not being nasty, but it's not like you couldn't tip that thing out and actually get rid of it. So yeah, realism, we often talk about realism, but that's something that you could really do in real life. So yeah, that I don't class, I class that as a valid use of a reset for a function that isn't quite ready in the game yet, or not implemented in some implements. Very clever, Mr. Smith. That's the second witticism you've done in 2. You are, yes, I must admit I'm not the most, yeah, never have been very good at humour. I appreciate it, but deliver, not normally. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with myself. Yes. Right, nearly there, and 520. It's it's half a ton. We could, yeah, do one more thing and get rid of it next time. But mind you, we do need it for liming, don't we? Otherwise, we are going to be forever emptying the lime, because we're going to have to do that ourselves as well. Yeah, I was thinking, Jobs, the grass is ready on that field, but it is October. Oh, Mr. Smith, you have not got the time up. You've been working. Yes, it is true. Right, I think we're going to do that. I am. It's sometimes needs must. So let us just use that fantastic mechanic that is good, and we're going to reset that and get rid of that, because it's the only option we've got for doing that. Yeah, now that's it. While we've got this open, yeah, that CP2 is completely ready. It's on stage 3, but it's October. It is, and I don't want to be chopping. This is obviously not ready because we've just chopped it. Don't want to be chopping that. I would imagine our farm is also on stage 2, which means it would be ready on November, or it may be stage 3 as well. No, I think we did that the month after, so I think it's going to be second growth stage. We could cut them both, but we are alright. I think in storage we have got quite a bit of grass for going through the... And I don't mind buying some grass if I have to. I believe I've got some grass. Yes, 121 tonnes of grass up that top end. So, plenty of straw as well. Must remember, we've got to do something with that straw. I think... Yeah, we could place... Yeah, we've not got enough digestate yet. Let's just try and hop the fence better, as well, not walk through it like last time. Gordon Bennett. Yeah, 97 tonnes. I think I'm right. I think by the time we've left this till December, we'll have quite a bit, 200 or 300 tonnes, where it's worth us investing in the fertiliser business, where we also, I'm hoping to have the cows, where that also you can do solid fertiliser manure to solid fertiliser, so that also would bring in some cash. It truly would. What I'd like to do is go big with cows, so that would easily blow that entire 513,000. I think it would just produce 60,000 per 100,000, 240, 300 cows we could stick in our cows. Now that would be the most I think I've ever done in one hit, but that's why I'm trying not to spend what we've got for now, because it'll also help us when we build our money back up to 100 grand. We can actually go into that business. Right, and I do believe you were resetting that. This is your trouble, you get involved in these. Yeah, but I just wanted to tell you, so you can see there's no bare earth on CP2 anymore. There's grass. That's because I painted that grass up. Well, I thought you were preserving the magic. yeah, we've had builders in. Sorry, I was trying to preserve the magic. This is true. Oh, right, I can't. Right, I need to hide those because they're in the way of what we've got. So it's tip stations, isn't it? And the shop itself, others, I believe. Yes. Oh, I still can't see it. Oh. Okay, let's shift down the road. Yeah, that's better, so we can see that. It's amazing how much you have to come off to actually see these things. Right, so let's reset you. And yes, I know that was quite a bit of cash. And then let's jump out and reset that back, because that is, yeah, we're only trying to use the magic of the reset system, which does have its place, as I have just, yeah, that it is true. It does really have a valid function in the game, which is that. So now for once we're going to use this, and I think we're only going to put lime in this. Now that I have, yeah, in FS19 you used to have the signs. Now I looked through yesterday because I was thinking I really could have done with the, obviously I've got a white chair to show the lime, and I've got the growing things to show the fertiliser one, which it works, it's not bad. But let's just try something on camera now, because I have loaded a mod that has only just dropped that is quite amazing. So let's show this. It's in, I think, decoration, others, I believe it's set, which was where I usually go for all my go-to stuff, like, yeah, like that chair, just to prove, white chair. Yeah, so let's have a look together. There should be a sign now, a digital sign, which I thought was amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's those sort of fixed signs, but in FS19 you used to be able to do those programmable signs that you could stick down. Now in FS22 I haven't noticed any such thing like that, unless it comes with a decorative pack that I've not got in. If you know there is one, then I would be grateful, although we've now got this. But it is, again, it's you can program it. I did like that, but it's a digital sign, whereas I don't mind an old traditional sign where it just is a one-off. So yeah, there is one that says my farm, I think, a posh one. But yeah, right, come on, where are we? Parking spaces. Come on, before everybody gives up the will to live, because this is just way too big. I'm sure it was in others. It'll be the last thing I place. Next time I'm going to come in after this. There's a lot in here, which is fantastic for choice, but placeable objects, urns for milk, I've used that a few times. And there's the chair that we've got, absolutely. There's the TARDIS, Doctor Who fans. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Come on, really? I'm sure it's in others. I'm sure that's what it said when I read yesterday. And I thought, ooh, this is going to have a place, but I think I'll cycle through. Oh, my life. How much is there in this? Surely we're getting to the end now. That you'd think that now there isn't in there. Oh, I won't have ticked it. Of course I won't. Right, well, that is a next time job then. Well, at least we can. Yeah. Yeah, and we are on the right one. Yes. Oh no, I'm actually touching that. Let's shut that down again. Do like that, but it still won't let you eject. Right, so this is my absolute favourite spreader that used to be. I don't know if it's. I think precision farming takes the lead now, so it will do what it likes. Right, are we on? Yeah, we're on auto. Right, okay. No, we're not going to time lapse it. Not for this little bit. It's just not worth it. It truly isn't. No, it's just not enough. It's probably 2 minutes work. It would make one of the smallest time lapses in history, is all I'm saying. So we should chatter for a couple of minutes. I think this is truthfully right. Let's get your edges right. I don't think there is that much for us to do, so we'll probably go through, which is good because it's going to bring in more money. I'd like to put the animals up top, so we need to leave some money for obviously buying the TMR initially, or we're going to mix, aren't we? We've got. Yeah, that's true. We've got loads. No, we are. Yeah, I said we'd mix, and we're going to mix. So actually, we might be mixing this very session, and that I will time lapse if we're doing that, because that's going to be quite repetitive and boring. But we've not done it. We've not even done it once yet. They're 39% through. I checked them just off camera, just before I brought you in. Yeah, just like to have a quick poke around to see what was what needed doing and all the rest of it. As I often say, the Let's Play usually. Now this looks really green. Yeah, although it's still taking it, so that's alright. Oh no, it's still going darker green. Yeah, so this is, I think, one of the few jobs, but it is one of our main sort of money spinners, so it is something we've got to look after and do properly. Yeah, if you don't lime and fertilise, it's not gonna give maximum yield, is it? And we want that. So yeah, there is a bit of hay on the field as well, which may cause a bit of mayhem next time. Yeah, that's another new feature of Courseplay, is that you can mow and then use a forage wagon to grab it. So we may actually use that particular function ourselves. Yeah, that's nearly there. Yeah, we may actually use that function ourselves on this Let's Play, because our forage wagon isn't doing an awful lot. That's another reason I wanted those top fields. I think I wanted to do some corn. I think we might do corn in 7 and 8. So again, we're going to have to buy those fields, but we're not doing that until it's worth it next. It's April. I think it's April. I think it's April and May for corn. While we've got this good run, let's have a quick look. I'm sure that's right. Corn. Yeah, April and May. You were actually correct, Mr. Smith. Yes, for once. Oh, now you're going out. Yeah, luckily that's not actually precision farming. So, wow, not bad. We've done better than I thought. I didn't think we'd get around the entire edge of the field, and that means we're going to finish pretty much by the lime bin, which is we shall stop off and top up. So I think we're going to use another thing. So that front box has come into its own. That is really good. Yeah, I'm really chuffed then. I'm glad that we've got a lot of lime in. Yeah, like that away. Right, let's stop 1 minute. And let's go to the white chair. Yeah, I think that's a point actually. I would have thought. Yeah, that actually. Right, you said start filling. I'm trying to, and you're not. I think that must be because the trigger. Is that a bit of lime on the floor? Ugh. Oh, unless that's full, Mr. Smith. That could explain why that's not filling. It could actually, and that's exactly was exactly what the problem was. It had actually still got a full box. Right, let's go. Let's crack on. Yeah, another. And then I think there's that little line that always. It's a very strange field. This is, in so much as it's like 3 and a little bits like widths. Yeah, there's always that strip there that's sort of quite large. But then, yeah, it is what it is. It's I say we've got to look after this business because this is our main money spinner, truthfully, so far on this particular Let's Play. And yeah, we're going to bring the fertiliser thing, and obviously we've got our sheep that are going to begin to do the clothing business. Yeah, we got literally making. We've got the spinnery stroke clothiers haberdashery in the all-in-one production, which I think is so very reasonable. I absolutely do love that. And yeah, I love sheep in FS22. Got to be honest, FS19, it was one of those. I used to be always cows, and did sheep because everyone else did, and it wasn't really because I sort of thought they were terribly fantastic. They did bring a bit in, and obviously I always played seasons, so that meant it even dulled it a little bit more, where you're like thinking, I mean, of course, grass always, the feeding thing with the sheep has always been absolutely fantastic, but money-wise, there weren't so much. Now, I've got to be honest, in FS22, they are one of the most lucrative things if you produce your own clothes and you go into clothing business. Now, that makes them absolutely amazing, perhaps even better than cows. Although I love cows, I love the milk and everything else, so I've got to be honest, yeah, cows remain and always will remain one of my absolute favourites. Yeah. So obviously cows is the next step, because we need to be ramping that up, especially if we're going into the fertiliser business as well, because that's also going to, it's all about getting your productions up, isn't it? And you can't just rely on one. Even like this, as we see, it brings in quite a lot of money. It's a regular good gush of cash, but not. Yeah, I mean, and of course at the beginning of a Let's Play, I've left my phone on again. Although it is 12 o'clock at night, so yes, it is. So I have no idea who is contacting me at 12 o'clock at night, but yes, this is a late recording session. It is. Yeah, I just thought I was going to get one in, or I meant to get one in earlier, and yeah. Right, smashing. Just a little bit more, then another 3, I think. I think I've got a little bit much on that. Yes. Do you know, one of these days I'll actually get this right. I either go I think I'd sooner go a little less, because that at least means that it's gonna. You see, yeah, it's you've got the yips. Is that too much or too little? I never can remember. Yeah, the golfing term. I'm a very that's definitely too little, so that's not bad. And then, yeah, I think it's still 1.5. I would say, or maybe 2 almost perfectly. Right. Well, that's not bad. 2 fills. I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, so really it's about going through the months. So yeah, I'm not going to faff around. We are going to go up to the top of the map. We will reconvene. I shall bring you back in at the top of the map now that we've done this. That did me proud. And that's what I'm talking about, the WMXL. Is my absolute favourite. I don't know whether Precision Farming's altered it. It used to be. It still is my absolute favourite because it's 4.5 tonnes as well. Only certain tractors can pull that off, truthfully. Of course, it's got that 2 tonnes at the front as well, which is helping now. Right, so then I shall see you at the top of it. Yeah, I am going to sleep. I was debating, but I thought we were just going to do some. We are, but we can mix the TMR tomorrow. Truthfully, yeah, we have got obviously a lot of hay now. Now the silage we are going to augment, even if I only have to bring the to simulate the fact that we've lost, yeah, 120 tonnes of silage, which we can see where it's gone, but that's not really much useful. So we will probably bring in the 82 Studios multi-fruit buying just to give us the 120 tonnes to simulate the fact that that hasn't got lost, which it shouldn't have got lost. So we're going to bring that in, but have 120 tonnes delivered, which we shall reimburse ourselves to do away with the fact that we've been robbed. Yeah, absolutely. And we can see what has happened, but yeah, I'm not sure whether we'll have to simulate this every single time because we use this clamp, because, or do we buy something like, I suppose we could. Again, I would use just the clamp, but we can see that this is somewhat in need of repair. Yeah, so oh, let's have a look at the grass quickly before. Is this also on 3rd growth set? No, this is on 2nd. I was correct. It was on the month after. So we're going to sleep and we're going to do the TMR mixing in the morning. Now, just check. Sometimes you do get additional things dropping. I did check the monk as well. That was the other thing I did before I brought you in. I am right. There are some interesting bodies for that, though. There truly are. And it is a fantastic price, and even more fantastic at the minute. I think it's only, yeah, that particular one is 20 grand, and that's got that can pick things up. Do we do that? Because I mean, that's more of a tractor than it is a truck, whereas that is a truck. It's not going to break the bank. So do you know something? I think I will. Yeah, we'll bring that in and we'll expand it and we'll get some of the bodies in, because it's got some decent bodies as well. So we'll purchase that. We will. Colours. Should we change its colours? No, we'll buy as is and we'll have it sprayed later on. We will indeed. Oh, did we reset that? We did. Thank goodness for that. Yes, so we've still got 500 grand. That's what I was thinking while we're going to sleep, because we want to go maximum bigness for cows. So we're going to do them in the morning, whatever our things bring in. Or do we? October, do we bring a few? Oh, yeah, we've got to feed the. Now we did feed the sheep. Just check that the sheep are happy before we go to bed. That looks fairly happy to me on both water and food. They do look very happy. 60% reproduction as well. That is amazing. Wow, I didn't know we'd had them. I didn't realise that we'd had them that long. Right, let's go through till the morning, and then we shall have a look over the morning paper to see what is in the sales, the farming sales. And we shall also see what we've earned overnight with our... Ooh, 9 o'clock, that dark? Seriously? Right, okay, well, I'm not going to subject you to that. Let's speed this up to 10. Now, that somehow seems a little bit bad to me. Although, no, it is. I mean, at 9 o'clock in the morning, even in Great Britain, it is like pretty light. I can verify this fact having just, I don't know, actually, thinking about it, in the heart of winter. It may well be about, yeah, I go to work, start work at 9, and yeah, that would be pretty much right. But then, yeah, it was getting light. Anyway, oh wow, 618,311. Beautiful tractor, but again, we don't need any tractors. That's one thing that Missy B, this farm, has actually got in abundance, and we've done a little bit of jiggery-pokery to try to bring another few manufacturers. But yeah, I think actually we'll try that feature of that. And also corn, we're going to do that as forage, those two cornfields. So that's another thing we are going to get. Yeah, that's true, we're going to bring that in there. We shall see about the grass then down at the bottom, because I do like the fact that we've got the Vermeer baler that brought that in. It's really good. Right, it's still very muted. I do apologise for this, but we've got the straw in that, and we have that there. Do we... I'm trying to think. We are going to need the wheel loader. We are. This is true. Let's start your engine. And we are going to need... Oh, no, yeah, that's true. It's bales mainly. Stick some lights on because it is a little bit dingy, truthfully. Yeah, which is very true. Britain is very dingy. This seems a little bit too overcast. Those who suffer with SAD, yeah, it's definitely right. Okay, do we do? Yeah, I think we go over the road and do our. Do we? Yeah, we are going to need this as well. That's right. And I am thinking. I reckon, to be honest, this doesn't make a very good telehandler. It really doesn't. Now, we do need the telehandler. That's the point. Do we? The weight of this, is this better off down the bottom when we bring the telehandler up the top? Now then, oh, we did spray that, but yeah, that's just around the corners. The corners suffered a little. Yeah, let's get the sheep done first. We've got to look after the animals we've already got before taking on other animals. Yeah, it doesn't lift the it really did look awful in editing. I apologise for subjecting you to that. On a telehandler you can actually lift 4 or 5. Oh, look at that, beautiful reds. Yeah. Now then, have we got anybody behind us that we need to indicate? Oh no, that was lights. No, I believe that's in it. Now that indicator's more like it. Yes, Clash, you definitely got your indicator right on this. Shame about the others. Yes, I think your new frosted glassy, very thin ones, they're hardly seen in daylight. You can hardly see them. Right, water. We should do that while we're coming, because this is believable, I think. Yeah, definitely. And how much do we need? Not a lot, really. One of those should suffice. And oh, food 51 out of 60. So that grass has got to be feeding them. Gotta be. I didn't think that kind of grass worked, but obviously it does. I mean, we planted proper grass at right. Okay, let's top you up and drop you, and we will top up a little bit of food. And we'll also, yeah, top this up so that that can actually manage to jump on. Yeah. Oh wow. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right. Oh, the other thing we're going to do as well is, yeah, I know we've got to look after the cows. As in buy them. Let's yeah, I think let's try not to crush the little bear. There, it does us proud. Yeah, it can then look after this over this side, but not obviously top up things like this. That is just too unbelievable for something like that. Even if in fact, yeah, physics would probably groan if I even tried to do that. So we should fill this and put that other 9 tons in, and then this should do us for a couple of months. Yeah. Right. Ooh. Oh no, I'm not sure what I did. Right, let's turn around over this because we're not going to damage this grass. Yeah, so it does look like that grass is feeding our half feeding. And what could be a map-based thing why it doesn't work. Stone Valley, we could not get it to work. We did it properly. It didn't say it was graze ready, whereas a lot of the newer maps are graze ready because they are trying to work along with the Maize Plus. I may at some time have a look at the Maize Plus, but yeah, not. It's just adds a layer of complication that anybody who's wanted to play Farming Simulator for a bit of a bit to unwind. Although realism is fantastic to a degree, you can have too much of it. Yeah, it's like those adventure games where you used to. Now, how can we do this? Yeah, how can we do a better job? I suppose. They are pretty much pushed together. I think we're going to need to do this in 2 journeys, but if we... Yeah, this is... Yeah, and then... Oh, has that only got the one? Oh my not. If you do that with a telehandler that close... Right, let's try that again. Mind you, I am a little high, I've got to be honest. Let's try and do this... Seriously? Normally, if I'm that close, I would have got that as well. Ah, that's better. And if we sort of wiggle backwards and do the same, if we just push those together a little bit as well. Try and do a better job than yesterday. Although it is a bit of a beast, I've got to say that some telehandlers are made for this type of job. So let's see if we could get that right next door. And a bit further, it should be about right. That's it. That was what I was aiming for. I wasn't aiming for swiping those though. Yeah, so we should go and have a look at my handiwork. Oh, what? Sorry, the builder. Realism, Mr. Smith, realism. Yes, the builders that we called in to do the bit of a path. Well, I had to do a bit of there was a bit of planting of grass as well. Again, the deco grass, as you can see with the patch of. I was quite pleased with this. I thought it was a nod in the right direction. Yeah, I didn't quite get the path right, but yeah, I thought this was okay. Tried to do a goodish job, and yeah, I had to do a bit of grass down there as well. Sorry. No, I did do the grass. That's believable. We have got sowers and seeders for doing such things. So yeah, I think we're going to have to ramp this up, because if this has got to look after this on its own, then we need to ramp up with that super duper upgrade factories mod. Yeah, now that's true. On the screenshot, it did show that your cycles had gone better. It really did. So, do you upgrade? You upgrade the entire thing, and it's also reflecting the storage. But on the diagram on the mod hub, it does show that your production cycles go up too. So let's have a look. That's 24. Okay, so let's upgrade. Level 2 for 27,500. Oh, I would say. Oh no, that's looking up above. That has gone off. Let's go back down. No, that is right. That's the BGA. That's the all-in-one that we've just upgraded. Now, you'd think it'd stay on that. Now, it was on. We were looking at clothes, which has indeed gone up from 24 to 51. So, by my reckoning, that is exactly as it says on the tin, which is it doubles it and then adds 15%. So, yes, that is definitely now a fantastic. Didn't work on Stone Valley. It definitely didn't muck around with the cycles. All it did was storage. So that has obviously had an upgrade. So that should easily cope now with doubling the output to what I'm using, which should be about 2 tons roughly a day of clothes. So we might, if we ramped it up again, it would be 3 tons ish, maybe slightly more, because it's got the 15% bonus as well. So yeah, that's taking us down 590 now, but we've got to invest in that, because that is also going to bring in, I believe that is April. That's happens. Yeah, I suppose we could buy another and we could still keep this up the top, because it is still going to come into its own for what we need it for, which is going to be, yeah, like, oh, is it going to be? That's the point. It used to be for cleaning out the beast, didn't it? But that's an English Lincolnshire sort of the farmers speak, that is beast. Get the beast in. Not, yeah. Right, what have we got? 2. Well, we might be able to get away with that if we do 2 and we just wiggle over the top. Hopefully a little bit better than we did yesterday. Oh, now that's yeah, I'm happy with that. That's definitely a much bigger improvement than it was for yesterday, where we were, yeah, really treating the wool very badly. So that's definitely ramped up though over. Well, that is the point. 60% reproduction. What are they on now? 80. So by my reckoning, then, if it goes up 20%, next month in December, we will have births, which shall. How many is it? It's a big pen, isn't it? Total. You have to go. Oh, but I always thought this was a bit of a mistake. The fact you cannot actually see in the pasture like this, like 180 out of, I think it was like 5 or something, or 6. It was a lot. The biggest one I've known so far is on my, I won't say aborted, I haven't not done it, it's my ultra realistic one, where the ultra realistic mod that I was using just didn't work properly anymore. Yeah, it's since sort of the updates. What is it called? It's manual attach. Yeah, that super duper mod. It wasn't working. I've been on a couple of times. I must go on again though for my ultra realistic series, because it's just dead in the water. I haven't done anything for absolutely weeks. So yeah, anybody who was watching that has probably given up the will to live, because it's, yeah, these are the sheds that we're talking about. This is field 2 that Marty was on about, which, as we can see, is a fantastically nice large field, and it is, yeah, really good yields. Fantastic. Yeah, well, it won't show us, but if we look on the map, soil map, it is fantastic. So yes, that is definitely an option. Right, so we've done that, we have fed those. I think it is time for us now to be cracking on with across the road, and we are going to need this still, so let's just pop across there. So that is present animals sorted, tick. Yeah, and now on to the cows, definitely. Yeah, making clothes is a very lucrative business in FS22. I definitely concur with myself. We shall see. I've never upgraded. Did I upgrade it on Silverun yet? No, I've got 2 of them, so I'm using the power of the 2 at the minute, because again, we've just blown all of our money on Silverun, exactly on the same thing on cows. I think it was 180 that we had on that one. I couldn't afford as many as we're going to buy now, but we did certainly do well. Ooh, that was a bit of a bad corner there with the herbicide. Right, so then we're going to hook somebody up to that so we can hop from one to the other. Are we going to do this properly? That's 240 horses, but yeah, we have got really big ones, haven't we? So why don't we just make the use of the tractors that we have got? Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Ooh, have I already got one hooked up to it? No, I haven't. It's the front of the mixing wagon. I'm not sure of the capacity on this. We shall see. Now, there is one that I've loaded, but again, I don't think I'll have ticked the box on Riverside that I loaded yesterday. It is one of the Silo Kings, so we shall see whether for our massive amount of cows that we are. I'm going to time-lapse this though, because this would take forever. Are we going to use the proper silage thing for the loose to simulate? We're going to need to be swapping things, aren't we though, for... Do we bring the telehandler up? Do I run that up on that as well, so we can use the telehandler for grabbing the bales and let the front loader with the silage for, which will grab quite a lot of that in, and we want this strategically placed in between the 2 things. As I always keep saying, location. It's true. And where do we store this mixed product? Well, we store it in the thing. So the first order of business is, I would say, can I remember where the... I think it's by this gate, I think. The other side? Yes, you were correct for once. Right, so... And is it my turn for Holsteins or Brown Swiss? I think we went Holsteins last time, I think. Oh, did we? I think I did. I'm sure I went to Holsteins on the silver run. Right, so we're going to buy... Oh, no, I had heard of this. Now, that's a shame, because it was one of the biggest things I was looking forward to. It was even in my thing. They've been knocked down to 200. Oh, there were 800. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to literally fill this then in one go. Because, yeah, we're going to do that. Select. Yes, and select. Yes. And 20, I do believe. That should change. Huh? Hang on a minute. We've just... Have I miscounted? Right, okay, we've got some money left, I suppose. That's one good thing. But yeah, that's very disappointing, actually. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Right, we're going to mix some food then. But I am going to go into a time lapse for this. So, do what? Yeah, I am. I'm going to go and grab the telehandler. Black Beauty. No, you are not the fastest that we've got. Do we grab the monk? No, we'll grab this, I think, for now. Go down the bottom, so I shall reconvene with you down at the bottom, where we shall pick up the telehandler and we shall have his assistance, or its assistance, should I say. Yes. My grandpa always used to say vehicles were ladies, I think. Yeah, he used to give them strange names. Yeah. So it varies from, yeah, old timer to old timer, whether it's a male or a female, so. Right, easiest way is the sneaky way through here. Right, so I am going to... Oh, that's a point. Do we do a couple of loads of water as we're passing? Because that is the really trick, isn't it? We've got to keep doing that. How are we doing on this while we're passing? Oh, we've not got that on selling. You wally. Right, yeah, we need to sort that out while we're here as well. I thought it was near the door. Ah, it's near the... That. It's in the corner. Yeah, we do need to get the oat drink selling, not storing. What is the oat drink one of those that goes up and down though? That's what I want to know. That might be why I didn't do it as selling for once. Soy drink. You know, it's amazing in editing when I'm looking. Oat milk. Oat drink. Ah. It looks like we need to buy an all-in-one selling thing. Now, it'd be a little bit unreal. I suppose it's only a point, though. It is true. I've always thought that. It only represents a drop-off point for a company to be like buying and selling stuff. So it probably is best if we just put a point down. The all-in-one. I think there's a great one. So if we stick that down here as a point for them to come and... So it's production, selling points. I think there is. I'm sure there is a... Yeah, I used to have that. The market store one, but that's the farm production pack, isn't it? That's the sell everything. Isn't that one just the great? It is. So I think we stick that as a point where they come and grab. Now, is that going to leave the grass in there? No, it's not. Right, fantastic. Okay, so it's simulating a drop-off point for a company to come and do this. So, right, let's have a look. So, oat drink 17,000. Now we should be able to see, show current prices at the very least. 487. And it doesn't show us. I don't think it does, if I remember rightly. If it does, it's a little bit. So we're going to sell. Let's go back into that. And drink. We are now going to change output to selling, and we should get quite a bit of money from that. I mean, it's always it's not a massive, but again, on top of everything else, it's quite useful. Right, so we want to start filling. We'll fill once, overload, and then we'll leave that. Yeah. Because again, we have got to keep doing this, keep this topped up, otherwise it really is pointless. Right, okay, we'll let you switch the engine off in a few minutes. Did we fill this? I think, yeah, we did. We went really quite well with it, didn't we? Yeah, still got 46 tons, so done half get through it quite well, actually. Right, and then we're going to go over to the shop. Right, I shall see you down at the bottom of the farm, and I'm going to try to remember to leave myself a few seconds of chattering, so that, yeah, I don't cut myself off when I do the transitions. Yes, I'm trying to get better. Yes, so I am going to see you down at the bottom of the fight. We are down here now and all ready to rumble. Stick that on and we shall take this to the top where we should get that mixing done that we've been through. Oh, that is the point. These aren't going to be far off. This is probably next session's work. I would say we are 91%, so probably 12:30-ish. They'll be ready later today, so that's probably another session. Yeah, and I don't suppose it really matters. How much have we got left in the... Let's see if my mathematics was fairly accurate from the production for the site, the BGA business earlier, when I was saying months ago that we would be having enough. Oh, digestate's doing well. Yes, not bad actually. That is right. One more month of that, and that's all gone. So it's a good job you did do your trick where you did split it. I see. I'm not always wrong. Sometimes, occasionally, I do actually get things correct. It's a miracle to myself as well. I've got to be honest, because yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Yeah, let's be honest. Right, let's strap him down, and let's put that up. Oh, it does. Whenever you strap things down, they do that. Look what's happening. It's moving. Whoa. Yeah, and it does that. I mean, what's that about? Do you know? We'll talk about realism, but is it the straps on the telehandlers thing? Does it do something weird? Because that's just not right. Right, okay, we could be clever and we could drop the blade. Yeah. And sometimes you get these hunches, don't you? Well, I do. Yeah, so if we drop that into the body of the... Is that about right? It's hard to tell. That wasn't far off. Yeah, that's not... Oh, that's going to do that trick where it pulls it. Let's see if it is the big back handle with its strapping ability that causes trouble. Oh, it's not actually drawing it right, so we want to... It still does the movie thing. Is it going to do the... Oh! It doesn't actually let me strap that, so that's probably going to drop out. Oh, no, it's nothing to do... It's something to do with straps. Please don't tell me that's going to... Right, anyway, yeah, I shall... whatever happens, yeah, whether this living thing, demonically possessed thing that keeps on doing this, is it the... Ah, that is a point, okay. Let's drop you off. Let's see if it is the... Is it the Unimog? That's what I'm going to say. Is it that? Let's try another vehicle. Oh, that's a base game vehicle, so if there's ever a way to test, it really is that. Because Giants don't usually make terribly unstable mods. Well, they're not really mods, are they? But you know what I mean. They don't make... So let's have a look. Is that, or is it the trailer itself, rather than the vehicle? Let's see. It has absolutely nothing to do with the tractor. It is either It is either the trailer or it is the Scorpio. Yeah, and the strap. That's the point. Now let's unstrap. Because the straps do weird things. But has it got a locking script? That's what I'm going to say. Well, it stopped the demonic possession thing, so that's obviously down to the straps. It really is. I didn't expect to be having any fun with strap problems or anything like that, truthfully. Right, let's see. Will the telehandler remain on? That was one of the victories. I was quite pleased with the Giants had managed to do, that you could actually strap things down on the thing, but not if it's going to bring demons into the game that throw your equipment around. That's a bit. So let's see if the locking scripts are adequate, or is it going to drop off, because it was also moving around, because I didn't park it that badly and I knew that was going to do that. I knew it. Anyway, I'm not going to drag you with me. I'm sure I'm going to have fun games with this, whether it wanders, and also the camera angles. I don't want to subject you to that, doing that all of the time. So I'm going to see you at the top of just to re-familiarise myself. And I have got that on. I'm going to keep it on, obviously, for the mixing side of things. Yeah, change the tips. There's water as well, so I've got to get that sorted. We'll borrow the... Oh, no, don't force tip it. I don't need to do that at all. That's better. Yeah, I thought I'd do this one while I was chatting to you, and then we're going to go into the time lapse, and we're going to do quite a few of these, but we'll have a look to see. Milk, water, 120, so we're going to need... Remind myself, have I got... There's a point. What have I got on this? Did I? Oh, I have. I've got a big one. It's down at the bottom, haven't I? I've got the Phoenix. So I think we're going to need one at the top as well. If we do it, or do we? No, I suppose really. It's not that big a thing. It's, yeah. It is. Always seems a lot to begin with, and then the topping up process. So we shall fill this, and we will run that around as well. I might, yeah. Again, this will be part of the time, yeah, speeding up process as well. I think we'll have the tap fitted right there as well, and we'll literally, yeah, because there's only so much water that needs. I might also bring the water distributor in. I might, yeah, or there is that way you can pay for the water to be brought in for you. We should see how well we do as to whether that is a good or a bad thing. 20. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, is it? So, how much food? 22 tons out of 500,000. Wow. I can't believe the animals have gone down to 200. I was really looking forward. I mean, I think it was 6 or 8. I think it was a little high, but yeah. Right, anyway, time-lapse time. Yeah, we've got a lot of mixing to do. We're going to go for filling the 500 litres, or just doing quite a lot. Yeah, I've tipped out some straw. But I think what we'll do is we shall run a straw for bedding and see where that is as well. So we'll grab another one of these and we'll stick that in as straw for manure, because as I said, we're going to do slurry, digestates, and all of these things as the fertiliser business. Yeah, we are going to create fertiliser in as big a way as possible. Yeah, we're going to, pigs are next. We could even do pigs, but I'd like to go big with whatever we're doing. Ooh. Okay, that's different. Right, tap. No, we said we'd do the magic off camera now, didn't we? That's what we were saying. So straw is what we want. Do one load for bedding, and yeah, every now and again we'll empty that out. So I just want to do all of this on camera chatting, and then we're going to go into a time lapse where we literally rinse and repeat this, so you can see. Obviously the other thing is I'll do it off camera, but I am going to bring in another 100 tons if we need to from the H2 Studios mod, and will give myself the money back for however much that costs, because that's to compensate us for the 100 litres that we actually lost, that really we shouldn't have done, that the clamp has basically robbed us of. So I would imagine it's through here. Imagine. Okay. is it through? Do you actually have to go in there? Just oh no, it's there. Okay, fantastic. Brilliant. How much straw do we need as well? 80 tons, so yeah. I would imagine if we're only feeding 200 though, that the original capacity was for the mass amounts. So I think we'll do a couple of loads of this first. But I am going to go into a time lapse now. Yeah, we're going to do all the mixing and all of this now, just so as we can get these all sorted. Yeah, make these animals happy. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, the plan was to get above 250,000, 250 tonnes I was doing today. I presume that the amounts were put originally for the massive amount of cows that were here. I think that is going to be adequate, but well, I know it is. It's going to be okay for definitely one with 200 cows, definitely. Trying to think if we're going to do anything. Let's have a look at the stock taking mod. I want to see what products we've got on hand, because I did notice last session there were a few things that I hadn't put on selling. We've got the oats, which we're not selling. Seeds, which that we're not selling those. Milk, water we're not selling, obviously. Yeah, clothes is building up nicely. Solid fertiliser. No, that's just the 22 tonnes that we've got. Yeah, that's not actually what we're selling. Digestate, yeah, if we sold at the slurry yard, now that goes to show how much that would gain from that. We're going to obviously do that another way. And lime, yeah, we bought a lot of lime. Obviously, we're not selling it for that. So the oat drink, yeah, and the clothes are building up. That's okay. I've not missed anything. I'm sure I thought there was something that I was missing, but no. I think that's on Rhombos actually, if I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Obviously, next time we'll clean this up properly. We are down to just over 100 tonnes of silage. I don't know what I was thinking about this as I was doing it. Don't know what's going to happen when we've obviously emptied this inside. They're going to have this bit. I don't know if it's still going to register as empty. If it is, then this can stay here forever, even though it'll look odd and it won't happen again. And we'll just grab another 100 tonnes, 110, 120 tonnes of silage that we'll buy and give us the money back. I'm going to try to preserve the magic there by doing that off camera, but just so as you're aware, I didn't want you thinking, where's this extra? Yeah, we know there was. If you look on YouTube at the beginning, there was 311 tonnes, 314 tonnes, something like that, and it was down to 190, so it's lost a lot. Yeah, it is about 120 tonnes, so I've still got plenty of hay to literally last us ages with our mixing. So yeah, we could easily get through the winter, I think. If we had to buy a few in, when we would, and then next year I'd need to know that I needed a bit more, but I think we're going to be okay for hay. Silage, likewise, the bales will be ready. That is true, the bales will be ready later, but we have got one. We could do that next session. Yeah, the silage can still be taken tomorrow. We could actually sleep through and see how much that is going to do for the how much that the food's going to go down. Water's full, everything, straw, the lot. So I think there's nothing more for us to do as far as I'm aware. Yeah, we'll do it selling the... Did I keep the oat drink on selling? Or did I did. I left it on selling, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And it is pretty much of a muchness. Yeah, the clothes are building up. Yeah, 1.4 tonnes. Okay, that's interesting. How much wool is there in fabric? Sorry. Wow, there's 8 tonnes of wool. So yeah, we shall see how this all pans out by tomorrow morning, I believe. Let's just check though. I want to make sure that I am right. and that I have got that. I'm sure the silage was plenty. Yeah, we've got enough to do us till tomorrow morning, and that'll be for next session. Yeah, I just wanted to get us through 9 o'clock. So, check the sales, even though I don't think it's late enough for it to be any different, but it's always good to sort of see. We'll sleep through till tomorrow morning, and we will take a look. I am going to leave the feeding and watering that though till next session. I just want to make sure, see how much the food goes down in the cows, and next session we'll do the feeding routine. We will speed up though till 266. Go through till 10 o'clock. Yeah, about 9:30. That's not far off, right? Well, no, let's go to 10. Yeah, because there's always the tick up then, isn't there? Right, so 268,957. And what is in the local sales? A Bredel. Well, I don't think that's a bad thing, actually. Is that the bigger one? That is very reasonable. It's a 60 grand one. Oh no, this is the big one, isn't it? I think we will go for it, to be honest, because, yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, the Amazon is still 42 metres. We could just leave this. I believe that's got, hasn't that got, right, yeah, we have got some people with their engines running, I think. I don't think these will have stopped. So let's just have a look. Is the Amazon, no, the Amazon is it's not 3 points, so we should be able to hook up to at least just see. I think I left it with, I did, yeah, fertiliser, didn't I? Which is totally wrong. It should be lime, but now, well, I think we use the Bredel as the limer, and now, yeah, we've got the AC as well. Oh, okay, I was wrong. I was. Right, okay, we've got the class going, so let's grab that, bring that out. See, that's what I mean. 30 odd tons, water's gone down 20 tons, milk's up to 13.5 tons, slurry's up to 50 tons, and manure, we not got a manure pit? That is the thing, isn't it? I don't think we have, obviously. So I think we need to stick all of those in then. Now the Missy B has actually got, that's got to be quite close, hasn't it? Let's just check this, because we know that if you go in the stock taking, it tells you if you have got any manure. We haven't, so it really is, it's not fibbing. We need to, let's just drop that off a sec, and just check that it is. I'm sure it's fertiliser, but I just want to make sure. And of course I've left the telehandler in the way, but I think I can nudge that slightly. And more than slightly. Right, I'm sure I'm right. Yes, it is. So we've got that in there, but it's got a better spread. But realistically, I suppose, yeah, fertiliser, most limers tend to be smaller than 42 metres, don't they? It's, yeah, definitely usually 12. So actually the Bredel isn't far off, if I remember rightly, from almost all of the other that are realistic lime spreaders. Something like 12 to 18 metres is probably right. So the Bredel isn't far off, from what I understand is correct in the real farming world. Right, so then, I think, was there something I was going to do? No, that I wanted to see how that was doing, and we are going to need to, yeah, we'll overload this. Oh no, we will overload here, and we'll top up, and then we're going to go and just check the oats while we're this close to that business. I might ramp up, I think we've got enough. It is going down the oats quite well, about 5 tons of things, so yeah, I think it will probably last till next year. Next year, because it is still December, so next year, January, we're going to buy those fields. Yeah, I definitely want 7 and 8. The money's going up nicely. I want to fill up as well. we'll take that to the oats, see how that's doing. We'll feed the cows. That's not going down an awful lot with it now only having 200 animals in here. I am a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest, now that it's down to 200. But it is still a goodly amount of cattle. It's just that I was really obviously hoping to go really big, and it really was absolutely massive. I think it was 800, so I don't think I'd ever seen anything that large. But now it's down to 200, which is more Cattingham size, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know what the reason for that was, but hey ho. Should be that side. So I've totally lost the plot, which is possible. Yeah, there's plenty of water. Yeah, 45 tonnes. It gets, I think it's 5 tonnes a day. So do we really want to upgrade it so that it goes more? Because we're going to run out quicker. So some productions are obviously more sensible to leave as is, whereas some are obviously you want to ramp up. Now then, this is true. Is it time for the fertiliser business? I think that's next session. I reckon we're going to do that next session as well, because I would imagine my digestate is now getting up to a very respectable 216 tonnes. So that would produce 100 odd tonnes. Manure pits. That is what we're going to do now. Will it go there? The straws down here. I don't understand. Now, what I'm doing away. Right, we're going to save the game, because mechanics-wise, I know if this goes wrong, but if you sell them straight away, now I've got that mod on that gives you all of your money back if you sell it straight away. So let's have a look. I would say there's not a bad place if it's going to be close enough to that. That's what I would say. Otherwise, do we stick it actually in the field side, or does that do something bad? That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, let's see if I've got the Missy B one in. I think I have. So is it under silo extensions or under silos? There's a bit of both, isn't there? Some are in this and some are in the other. I'm trying to look for the Missy B pack because it just seems highly appropriate that we use. Is it? We'll have a look. I think this is it here. Yeah, it is the slurry and manure pack. Is it just liquid manure? Manure bunker? It is. These are the left ones, aren't they? Over there. Yeah, we're going to have to use V mode. Okay. That's true. Do we do it like... Do you know it doesn't half twist in a funny way. It goes over quick and then it takes ages for it to... that's it. I was thinking, no, that's not going to work. Liquid. I think we're going to have to use... Yeah, there's this smaller one, isn't there? I've used this before on rhombos. I think it's much smaller. That would work if it says 1.5 million. That's not bad. We're not blocking anything either. I think we need to go V mode and we'll see. I could have sworn I got a really even cheaper one than that. It's only 74 tonnes though, and we could easily do that. I'm sure I had, a long time ago, a really reasonable one. I think it was a black sheep modding one. It could actually be in the silo extensions though. That's what I say, it's split. This is where it's quite confusing, I find this, where some's in one and some's in another. Yeah, it is a bit big. Let's have a look. Is it further down? Bunker silo. No, it's not. It's got to be then in silo extensions. Got to be. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. Bavarian pop. That's it. It's the manure heap extension. Yeah, it's small, cheap. Yeah, that's not everything. I know. I like the fact it's small, but yeah, I know it's a bit of a TARDIS, but right. Okay, do we go with that, or I would like to. Oh. Got it right, and then it twisted. No, I wasn't even touching the mouse at that point. I would say there, yeah, I like that. And it just needs to say linking with when you go down to it. Otherwise, it's not tied to your place. It's got to say that when you go in it. Connected to carbon large. Fantastic. There we go. Shall we make that? Let's make the floor. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do this on camera, but yeah, this is. I'd like your opinion on this, because in a way I do like it to be where I am, and then another way I don't. It's one of those. Is that asphalt? Yes, it is. I don't like things just to magically appear. You can see my money go down. That was always my main purpose to it. So that should now start to fill with manure. I don't know whether, I think we've lost obviously what the 20 tons of straw would have made into that, but yeah. But we can actually do that, can't we? That is true. Yeah, we'll overload that now. So then, that is where we're going to leave it. We have fed and watered and done all of those, and they survived a night. Their health should be up now, I think. Yes, it is, up to 100%. So we only lost 25 tons of food, so yeah, well, there's no need to take it right up to 500 tons. We shall, this next session we'll do that, but also going to do the digestate side of things. Yeah, because we can see that we would make $1 million. I noticed if we were to sell the digestate at the slurry yard, which is 1,400,000 if we sell all of that digestate right now at the slurry yard. So it's going to be interesting to see if the solid fertilizer mod is going to match that, because that's what we can get if we stuck to the thing that I've always done, 1.4 million, whereas yeah, 6,000? I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, Missy B, that's naughty. So really then, Missy B's mod is worth super duper duper amount. I was going to say that seems an awful lot for 200 tons of digestate. So I'm doubt very much if the fertilizer mod is going to touch that, but we will have a look. We shall put that. We've got 100 grand spare, so I might do that off camera down the bottom. Literally put that one back down there just before I leave now. But I'm going to say, I really do hope. Yeah, any comments? Truly, your ideas on these things, I would truly appreciate. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I will say goodbye for now.